Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today it's just a day in the life, and I'm making some pasta and for dinner and for a few days in the week. And I'm going to go ahead and basically make the pasta. I boil it, just a whole package. And it's pretty simple. Then once I'm done boiling it at about 10-12 minutes, you put it in the strainer and you get it in there, and boom, let it drain out. Then you get the pot off the burner, and you could add your sauce or you could add something else, but I like to add extra virgin olive oil because it gives a better flavor to the pasta, and it keeps it from sticking. When you're in a refrigerator, I don't like putting the pasta just dry in there, so I like to put a lot of sauce on it. But extra virgin olive oil will make it flavorful, and you can eat it with just the olive oil, or put in some tomatoes or whatever else, and that adds a flavor on a serving by serving. But just using the olive oil and mixing it in nicely will give it that flavor. Now, like I said, I for this time I'm putting a whole bottle of Ragu, and oops, there's a straggler. I'm going to put on a whole bottle of Ragu because I have a reason for that. And you don't have to put this much sauce in. You can use a smaller amount. Depends on what you like. But I want this. But I want this to have enough sauce all the way through because I add other things. For example, Kroger brand Italian style meatballs. You can find different kinds. I don't put these in, they're very small. I don't put these into the pot. I make these separately, then add them into portions, depending on who wants what. And that makes it really a simple thing for us. And as this will reduce a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and put a top on it and let it sit there, and put it back on not back on the heat, but back on the element that where I boiled it has been off for a bit. And here we are after I let it sit for a long time, and you can see that it has less, it's not this saturated and it's with the pasta. So this is actually, when I mix this in a bit more with the pasta, some people call this a spoon, some people call it a fork. It's actually a hybrid. It's a bowl, a pasta server, but I always call it a fork. So there's less of saturation, and that's basically how I do it. So it's not really swimming in the pasta sauce, and I can add that separately as a side dish or as a main dish, and then put meatballs in as a main dish or something else, or put it over a chicken patty. It's got enough sauce on it to flavor the chicken patty or the breaded chicken patty, and so there's a lot of variations I could use. But generally what I do is I make the pasta, cook it, put the olive oil on it, and you could eat that just by itself and add other stuff to it, but that complements so many things, and then it adds even more flavor to the ragu. So that's basically all I'm doing today, is talking about spaghetti. Now I'm going to go eat some. Talk to you again at another time.